Hello and good evening, and welcome to the shed with me, Trevor. You're very welcome along. It's the Thursday night show, and it's been an absolute miserable day here in the west of Ireland. It hasn't stopped raining really since yesterday, but uh, hopefully it'll clear up and go away because we've had a beautiful summer. But I'm here in the shed now, and I said I'd do a show tonight just to, well, pass the time and talk a bit about NFL because there's a bit to talk about. Tonight's show, what I'm going to talk about is the Buffalo Bills 53-man roster and who they brought into the practice squad. I'm also going to have a little piece about rivals, sporting rivals, and uh, what is a sporting rival to me, and who are my sporting rivals, especially in the NFL. Um, it's just something I've watched a few programs over the last couple of weeks, and I'll explain later. And we'll just have a quick chat about it and see what the crack is and who are your sporting rivals. If you're watching this and they're different to my own, please let me know and please let me tell me what you think. But um, let's rock on with the show. Before I start, I want to point out my new sign made by Corey, my son, my 8-year-old son. He made this sign for me, so I have it up proudly in the shed, and it'll be in videos going forward for the future. And he'll be delighted about that. He did very well, and I love it. And well done, Corey. Um, and while we're on congratulations, I want to congratulate Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce on getting engaged. Um, I wish them nothing but happiness. I would never wish any couple anything other than that. They will have the world watching them, but I just hope they're able to be themselves and enjoy themselves and be happy forever, just like anyone else who gets married and gets engaged. So congratulations, Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, and best of luck in the future. So let's get on with the show. So the Buffalo Bills have released their 53-man roster for the season. And I'm going to run through quickly. Um, there'll be a few players I'll spend a few seconds on, and other than that, I'm just going to go down. So, quarterback Josh Allen, quarterback Mitch Trubisky. I'll be honest, I didn't think Mitch was the man out of the three. I thought Mike White might be, but for some reason, Mike White failed. Uh, in the first preseason game, I thought he was good against the Giants, and he he was slow starting against them, but when he got into a rhythm, he played well. But after that, then things just didn't go Mike's way, and he's been cut altogether. Shane Bushell, he's been brought into the practice squad. So there are three quarterbacks. Hopefully, we only need the main man. So please God, touch wood. But like when you see other teams, and I talk about the Bears. That Tyson Bagent, he's class, and he's a backup quarterback. I hope if we ever need him that Mitch can bring some of that, because when I do see Mitch play, whether it's the plays that are called or not, he's very, very reluctant to throw the ball or do something exciting. So maybe it's just the way he's been coached, and maybe if things are different, he might have played different, but hopefully we won't have to see him on the field. Hopefully it'll be Josh Allen only. At running back, we have James Cook, Ray Davis, Ty Johnson. For me, that's probably one of the best team of quarterback or running backs you can have in the NFL. All three can catch ball. All three can run with ball. Ray Davis has proven during the season, preseason, he can kick the ball too. So um, I'm very happy with them three. And on the practice squad is Frank Gore Jr. And Frank Gore Jr. did have a very good preseason. And I'm delighted that they have kept him and that he is there. That if he is ever needed, he is there. At fullback, we've Reggie Gillen. Reggie Gillen has been there for a few years. Reggie Gillen is as solid as they get, and I'm delighted he's there too. Well done, Reggie. Wide receiver, they've named six. So Kahil Shakir, Keon Coleman, and Joshua Palmer, Elijah Moore, Curtis Samuel, and Terrell Shavers. The top five are pretty well known. Terrell Shavers proved himself during this preseason and training camp and the games, caught some amazing balls, and I think he could have a very big a season for the Buffalo Bills this year. It kind of like Kahil Shakir come from nowhere, And I think he's a guy that he'll be used sparingly, but when used, hopefully he'll deliver. At tight end, we've kept three: Dalton Kincaid, Jackson Hawes. Three out of them three, Dalton Kincaid is a man that has to deliver. Um, I don't hold anything against the catch he didn't make last year because all players do it. It just happened to be for us the most important catch, but in the season. But he's a player that has battled with injury, needs to have a fit season, and needs to show us the Dalton Kincaid that we brought him in for. Uh, there is a player there. There's a very good player there, and hopefully with Dawson Knox showing from the experience side of it, that's between the two of them. Like I believe in Dawson Knox. Um, Dalton Kincaid, he has to step up this year if he wants to be a Rob Gronkowski, or if he wants to be a Travis Kelce, or a big player in the NFL. This is his season now for him to stand up and be that. As in the wide receiver, Keon Coleman, it's his second season. Again, he's going to have to come out from the shadows a bit. Uh, it looks like he has in preseason, so I'm hoping that he will um, deliver that to us in the season because he has all the attributes too. Then we go to the offensive line. I'm going to put them all together. So we have Dion Dawkins, David Edwards, Conor McGovern, Osiris Torrance, Spencer Brown, Alec Anderson, Cedric Van Pran Granger, Chase Lunt, and Ryan Van DeMark. And for me, I'm happy. Them guys protect Josh Allen. They've proven themselves and they're getting better every year. And let's hope that they take the next step this year, because they've been amazing. They've kept Josh Allen on his feet. He doesn't get sacked too much. And when he can relax and know that there's no one coming for him, then he can be the Josh Allen he needs to be. On the defensive side, on the defensive end, we've Greg Rousseau, we've Joey Bosa, AJ Epinesa, Javon Solomon, Landon Jackson. There are five defensive ends. And it's great to see Landon Jackson there, the rookie. I'm hoping for big things from him. All I hope in that room is that Joey Bosa can stay fit. If Joey Bosa can stay fit, AJ Epinesa has proven himself. Greg Rousseau has proven himself. Javon Solomon he'll get his turn, but they brought in Joey Bosa to do a job, to do the Von Miller job, but better, and hopefully he can stay fit. So hopefully he does. He's had a good preseason. They are ready for it. Let's hope he's ready for it, and let's hope that he can go in and be the destructive force that we need him to be when we need him to be. On defensive tackle, Ed Oliver, Daquan Jones, TJ Saunders, Dion Walker, Dwayne Carter. They are defensive tackles. Again, guys that have done it all before. Ed Oliver is as good as you get in that position. Daquan Jones, similar. So let's hope again that they are able to put pressure on, like really put the pressure on the quarterbacks that we're facing, so that our edge players can get in and do the smash and grab. Linebacker, Terrell Bernard, Matt Milano, Dorian Williams, Joe Andreessen, and Shaq Thompson. Buffalo Joe's there, and I'm delighted from watching him on Hard Knocks so far. It's great to see a Buffalo kid earn a spot. He's earning a spot. He's doing well. He's played well in preseason as well. And hopefully there's a big season for him. Terrell Bernard, say no more. He's as solid as you get. Matt Milano, hopefully he'll stay fit. He's a guy that, if he is fit, he is a class caliber. And hopefully we get that out of him this season. In our DBs, we've got Christian Binford, Tre'Davious White, Dorian Strong, Jamarcus Ingram, and Taron Johnson. Taron Johnson, Christian Binford, Tre'Davious White, all have proven themselves. All I hope for Trey White is that he can stay fit. And I hope that his injury that he got ain't too serious. But they've named him in the 53-man squad, so he must be good to go. Demarcus Ingram, he's a guy that I did watch a bit in preseason, and I have questions. Now, preseason and real games different, so we'll give him a few weeks and we'll watch and we'll see how things go. Um, sorry, I've also missed out Cam Lewis and Brenton Codrington. Again, Cam Lewis, uh, he's Mike Thornton's favorite guy, and hopefully he can deliver as well. Safety, we've Tyler Rapp, Cole Bishop, Damar Hamlin, and Jordan Hancock. This is the part where I get a little nervous. Tyler Rapp, I'm okay. Cole Bishop, he again, just like Dalton Kincaid, he has to stand up. He has to prove himself. Damar Hamlin, Damar, I love him, and I'm delighted he's there. But I would rather him have X amount of reps than to be the starter. And then you have kicker Tyler Bass. Tyler has proven himself. He's had a few important misses, but he's also made a few important kicks. And last year, especially in the Miami game, when there was a big long kick to be made to win it, he delivered, and he has delivered and improved. And hopefully, that Tyler Bass kicking will not be an issue in the 2025 season. We have new punter and Brad Robbins, and from the some of the clips I've seen in preseason, Brad did well. And our long snapper is Reed Ferguson, and Reed has been there for a while, and Reed knows his job and does his job. On the injured reserve list, they will not be back any earlier than week 5. We have our number 1 pick this year, Maxwell Hairston, and we have offensive line Tylen Grable. Suspended reserve return no earlier than week 8 is defensive edge Michael Hocht, and he played very well in one of the games. And then defensive tackle Larry Ogunjobi. So yes, these guys are missing for the first 6 weeks or 7 weeks. It says week 8. I don't know if we have a bye in between. I must look at my chart, but it says week 8 on the Buffalo Bills thing this evening. So when these guys come back, it will they'll be fresh. And any guys that are in lines that are a bit tired, you can take them out and let these guys in and do the business. And Michael Hoyt has a sack in the Bears game. As bad as the Bears game was, he got a sack. And he looks to be hungry, and hopefully he'll bring that with us. On the practice squad signings, then there was Shane Bushell, quarterback, running back Frank Gore, 2 wide receivers, Stephen Gosnell and Christian Wilkerson. A tight end, Kaliki Latu. Offensive line, we've got 3, Travis Clayton, Dan Feeney, Kendrick Green. On the defensive side, 2 defensive tackles, Zion Logue, Jordan Phillips. And I've seen a clip there beforehand, Brandon Bean praising Jordan Phillips and his attitude and his professionalism. So hopefully if he is needed, he comes in and he can do a job. 2 linebackers, and I'm delighted about this linebacker because he's a guy I've been following on Hard Knocks. Is Jimmy Carillo? I am saying that wrong, but I'm sorry, Jimmy. But I hope you do make the team. Chiarlo, we'll go with that. And also Keanu Jenkins. Cornerback, we got Daquan Hardy, Dane Jackson. Now, there'll be a few people happy that Dane Jackson ain't in the 53, and there have to be some reason that he's on the practice squad because when I seen him re-signed back, I was a bit nervous. But if he can prove himself, then we'll support him. Safety, then they've brought back Jordan Poyer. He is a legend, but he went to the Dolphins. But he came back from the Dolphins and he's on our practice squad. And I think he'll be something like Micah Hyde last year, where I know Micah came in late, but he'll be there to support and help lads. We also have Sam Franklin. And that is our roster going forward for this year so far. If there's any changes, I'll update it and let you know. But I'm happy with that. I like the defense. I like the offense. There's guys that have to stand up and prove themselves this year, and I believe they will. And hopefully that we get to where we are dreaming and where we want, because we have everything in place. It's just now take the bull by the horns and go for it. So that's my thoughts on the roster. Let me know what you think. Is there any guys there that you think shouldn't be in it, or is there any guys there that you think or we've missed, or is there any ones that you would like to see signed by the Buffalo Bills? I don't know what cap space we've left because we're at our limit, but you wouldn't know, they might be able to trade for someone or something like that. Um, my second part of the show is I'm going to talk about rivalry, sporting rivalry now. And when I talk about rivals and I say strong words, it's not meant in a physical bad way. So I'll explain that first because it's called passion and sport is about passion. And I watched a documentary there a couple of weeks ago, The Kingdom by the Chiefs. And I went through last year and it got me kind of emotionally riled up near the end of it. Um, it did delve into the history. It was a great documentary. There's no Chiefs player I want to see anything bad happen or anything like that. I don't mean that in that kind of way. What I mean is as in a sporting rival and how it ended for the Bills and how the Chiefs went on. Now they didn't win the Super Bowl, but they got a step further than us for different reasons. And I ain't going to go dwell on it too much, but I am going to bring up what a sporting rivalry is. So I was out here in the shed getting ready for the show, and I was writing down my teams and the squads and the whole lot. And I wrote down what is a sporting rival to me. So a sporting rival to me is the following: a team. I'm going by team because I've only played team sports and NFL is team. A team you absolutely hate in a sporting context. Hate to see do well and that they're better than you, but more importantly, you hate and absolutely hate losing to them. They drive you to be the best you can be. They drive you to be try harder and do more. They drive you to be better than them because you cannot let them win. You won't let them win. When you are better than them, there is no better feeling in sport. And when they beat you, there's no worse feeling in sport because you know they're looking at you and they're going, I have your number. And when the season is over and you're champion at the bit to get back at them for the next season, whether you beat them in the season or not, you just want to play them and get back. In my fandom in sport, I have three sets of sports that I love: soccer, Gaelic, and NFL. In soccer, Tottenham Hotspur are the neighbours in Arsenal. I'm an Arsenal fan, but Tottenham aren't my rival. My rival is Manchester United. And Manchester United are my rival because back in the day when the two teams were gun ho and they were back in the late 90s, early 2000s, there was no better rivalry in soccer anywhere in the world. You had two sets of teams that were loyal to their badge, firstly. You had two sets of teams that absolutely hated each other in a sporting context, and you had two sets of fans that hated each other too. And you would look at the Premier League fixtures, and the two games every season you picked out was Arsenal, Man United, Arsenal, whichever was first. If you won, you felt great for 6 months until the next one. And if you lost, no matter how well you were doing, you just hated it. In GAA, Galway's our neighbours. Galway isn't my sporting rival team. It's Dublin and Kerry. Dublin and Kerry bring the best out of Mayo. And we've had some fantastic battles. We have won some, we have lost some, we've got hammered in some, but they are games that just they bring the best out of you. And when you beat them, you feel top of the world. And when you lose to them, like we've lost numerous All Irelands to Dublin by point here, point there, and it just breaks you. It breaks you. And it's drives you and drive as a fan. You get over the heartache, and then you go next season. Boom, we're going for it. And in the NFL, my sporting rivalries, I have two. One is the dominant team in the AFC now, in the Chiefs, and the other was the dominant team in the AFC East, and we have to make sure we keep them down for long enough. Is the Patriots because they are a team that's coming. And for me in the NFL, the Chiefs are Darth Vader, and we are the Jedi. And there's nothing, it's just my way of looking forward to playing the Chiefs. Gutted over what happened. Uh, you know, they push us to their to our limit. We push them to their limit. In NFL football right now, there is no bigger rivalry in the NFL than the Bills and Chiefs. There's no better games than the Bills and Chiefs. Even in the documentary The Kingdom of the Chiefs, they spoke about how big the rivalry is between the Bills and Chiefs and how important it is and that there is no bigger sporting rivalry in it. And it's done because you have a class team that you're playing, but you are also a class team. It's done because you want to beat them to be top of the pile, and they want to beat you to keep them top of the pile. And you look at the players that we have to play against, and the coaches and staff like Andy Reid, Steve Spagnuolo, Matt Nagy. They are there for years. They have done it, proven it. They know what they're at. Mahomes, Kelsey, Pacheco, Gray, Worthy, Jones, Bolton, McDuffie, Kareem Hunt is there again. Again, these are players that are the cornerstone of this current Chiefs team. And some of them have been there for years and have done it and can wear the t-shirt, have the rings, the whole lot, and they know how to win. This is the team. I'm looking forward to the game against them in the regular season. And if all going well and it's looking forward, I want them in the playoffs. I don't care. Game 1, game 2, game 3, AFC Championship game, I don't care. I want them. When we go to a Super Bowl, I want to go through the Chiefs to get to a Super Bowl. And this is our year for doing it. Before the Chiefs was the Patriots. Now, back then, when the Patriots were the dominant team, it was more a dislike than because they were so dominant. But you have to respect Bill Belichick. Like, whether you like him or hate him, in Manchester United, there was Alex Ferguson. And Alex Ferguson really riled up Arsenal many, many a time. But when you look back, he did an awesome job. So did Bill Belichick. Tom Brady, Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback right now that the NFL has ever had. People are talking about Mahomes been up there. Uh, Mahomes has to do what Brady did. Josh Allen is my favorite NFL player, full stop. But for him to take Brady's mantle, he's going to have to go on a dominant run of winning Super Bowls because Brady did it. Tight end Rob Gronkowski, or the Gronk, again, a guy that you know went out, did his business, has a Super Bowl from the Patriots, and also has them from the Buccaneers. Julian Edelman, another guy that went out and proved himself. The Patriots just keep turning over player after player after player. You had Brady and Belichick doing all the destroying, and you had teams trying their best and couldn't get near them. And one of my to date, my favorite Super Bowl it was the Super Bowl is 2018. It'd be the 2017 season, but 2018 it was on, and it was the Eagles versus the Patriots. When um, they've played the Philly special, and it was an exciting Super Bowl, but it was one that I think that it was needed. It didn't end the Patriots, but it knocked them off their dominant horse. And I think they won Super Bowl the following year, and then they drifted away. But uh, when the Eagles were playing them, and I'm not an Eagles fan, but I wasn't a fan of any team at the time. But I was watching that night. I went for the Eagles. They were the underdogs. Nick Foles was the quarterback. Carson Wentz had got injured. There was a lot of people saying, "Oh, the Patriots are going to blow the Eagles out of the water," and it was just epic. And the Philly special was my favorite move so far in a Super Bowl. It was just the way it was done. At the point of the game, it was done, and it was a turning point that it made the Eagles believe they could do it. And I know the Patriots haven't challenged us in recent years too much, but I think that challenge is coming. And they're the two teams, the Chiefs and the Patriots, are my sporting rivals in the NFL. Uh, in a sporting way, and I don't mean to hurt anyone in any way, but in a sporting way, I hate them, right? Because they bring out they make you bring out the best in you, but if their best is better than you, it guts you, and that's the hate. So you have to make sure you have to beat them. I love Chiefs fans, and I've no badness towards any of their players. Good luck to them all. And I love the Patriots fans, and I have no badness to any of their players. It's just a sporting rivalry. And it's the same goes from Dublin Kerry for Mayo, same goes from Man United. Ronaldo was there. You never go out and say, oh, go break his leg, because that ain't right. But you go out and you want hard tackles. Gaelic football, you want hard hits. American football, you want big plays. And you want to be able to be the dominant one. And that's just what a sporting rivalry is. And that's what drives us. You're driven to be the best. That's just my 2 cents on it. Let me know what you think. Let me know who your sporting rivals are. It doesn't matter if it's NFL, soccer, Gaelic football, Australian rules football, whatever it is. If it's a player, if it's whatever. Be interesting to see. But it's just what is rival to you. That's my rival. And what picks me up and makes me go and gets the blood churning when the games come on. You want to beat them. End of story. And when you do, it's brilliant. And when you don't, it's gut wrenching, but it just picks you up and you go, next time. We go next time. For me, as a Bills fan, the Chiefs beat us in the AFC Championship game. I'm just putting a full stop beside that anymore. It's fact. Next game coming, we have to teach them a lesson. And as I said, if we're going to Super Bowl this year, I want to go through the Chiefs. End of story. So there's no questions or no, oh, well, the Chiefs weren't there or blah, blah, blah. I want to go through the Chiefs. End of story. Um, then one last little bit of news before I go, because we've had a busy week. Again, 3 videos this week, but enjoyed every one of them. I see that Amari Cooper has signed for the Las Vegas Raiders. So I am happy that he got a team, because Amari Cooper did a job for us last year. He came in. I was there for the Titans game. It was his first game. I saw his first touchdown, and um, like he just got off. He was new to the organization. He just came in, and he had I don't know which of the tight ends was it, Kincaid or Knox, telling them what the plays were on the field at the start, just so he understood them. But he did a job. He did make some great plays, and I wish him all the success in the Raiders, and hope he's a successful season there. For myself here, so we had 3 videos this week. So on Monday night, I was had a chat with Dylan. It was a very interesting chat. Dylan is a Steelers and Denver Broncos fan, and we're on about the NFL in Ireland and his own love for the NFL. So if you want to catch up on that, it's there on my channel, YouTube, at the Irish Bills Mafia. On Tuesday night, I had a special guest on the show, Will Wolford, former Buffalo Bills legend, played in 3 Super Bowls for the Bills. He also played for the Indianapolis Colts and got to an AFC Championship game there. And he also played for the Pittsburgh Steelers, where he got to an AFC Championship game there. And he also played in Croke Park in 1997. He was with myself and Therese, and we had the Tuesday night show there. And it was a fascinating hour, and I enjoyed it very, very much. And he is a gentleman. And again, if you want to watch that, the show is there. And tonight's video, I've done rivalries, I got it off my chest, and the 53-man squad. So I hope you enjoyed it. Again, I love hearing back from people. Let me know what you think. Um, I don't know. Will I have a video on Monday night? But we'll have the Tuesday show anyway, because we're building up for the Ravens next week, and the season's about to start. Things are getting serious. So, my friends, have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe, stay happy, and as always, go Bills.